Hey, it's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode, a Tuesday episode of the Chad Prather Show here in the Mothership, which is Studio 22. Lisa Page made me do it. That's right. She's sitting there in the hot seat. Hi. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be a trip today. Hot news, Natalie holding down the fort over there.
I know. I don't have Party Foul next to me.
Party Foul Steve, conspicuously absent.
I know. Where is he?
He
Jail.
texted us from, he went home.
Not to be with the Lord.
Not to be with the Lord, but he did go back to his hometown, and he texted us yesterday saying that it was Trump all the way in the little diner,
Yes.
the old men in the diner talking politics. And I said they're probably trying to figure out who that hippie is sitting in their diner,
Yeah.
with his long hair. They're like, Jesus done come back.
Like, who's this liberal here in our bar?
Jesus done come back to Corrigan, Texas. Oh, the newly engaged puppet master Mark, the perfectionist who would only choose the perfect one. Kadisi, the queen of the Ethiopians. She's your queen to be, a queen like no other.
Take over, Mark.
Yes, there it is.
Intercept, Mark.
There it is. Congratulations to these guys. If you missed yesterday's episode, go back and watch it. Also, I want to encourage you guys to go to go to watchchad.com, but go to wherever podcasts are offered, specifically Apple Podcasts. Leave us a rating and review. And I want to tell you guys that right now we have the biggest promotion going ever, blazetv.com/Chad, promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. You can get 30% off your annual subscription. That's huge. I mean, that breaks it down to like less than $6 a month. So go out there and get it. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Kamala Harris, she's a little, she'll do pretty much anything to get ahead.
Pun intended.
Now, Senator Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's vice presidential running mate, was recently interviewed, in fact, Sunday night by 60 Minutes, where she was asked if she thought President Donald Trump is a racist. Now, that's hard-hitting journalism right there by Norah O'Donnell as she interviewed the senator. You can probably already guess what her answer was. The interview, which, of course, was done by anchor Norah O'Donnell, she focused on that after she brought up the fact that Trump called Harris nasty and referred to her as a, quote, monster. Harris said, "This is not the first time in my life I've been called names. It was predictable, sadly." And so Norah asked her, she said, "Do you think the president is racist?" "Yes, I do." What? Harris replied. Did you hear on her interview how she said, "Look, I have the experience and the story of being a little black girl growing up." Honey, you ran as an American Indian. Your father's from the West Indies. Your mother is from India. How did you become black?
Oh, she became black when they announced that she was going to be running for vice president. Yes.
So she said, and I quote, "You can look at a pattern that goes back to Trump questioning the identity of the first black president of the United States. I do that as well. You can look at Charlottesville," here we go again, "when there were peaceful protesters and on the other side, neo-Nazis." And he talks about fine people on either side. Oh, he was calling Mexicans rapists and criminals. Boy, his first order of business was to institute a Muslim ban. It all speaks for itself. Guys, if you're going to continue with these same talking points and narratives, get them straight. Get them. When he referred to, quote, Mexicans as rapists and criminals, he was talking about MS-13 gangs. Mm-hmm. Whenever he said there were good people on either side, he said, "I'm not talking about neo-Nazis or white supremacists." He has essentially denied this a million times now. Whenever when she says he instituted a Muslim ban, it wasn't. It was a travel ban from 7 different Muslim countries. It wasn't a Muslim ban. He's consistently and repeatedly denounced white supremacy. I mean, it's just stupid that we have to continue. In fact, in Thursday's debate, he said, "I'm the least racist person in the room." So if there's one thing we've learned about Harris over the years is that she's been involved in public service. She's a total pushover, especially when it comes to getting ahead in furthering her political career. There's no low she won't stoop to in order to get ahead. So it's no surprise that she'd bow the knee and repeat the same left-wing talking points the Democratic Party wants her to say in order to stay on target with the narrative they've been pushing from day one of Trump's first presidential campaign. President's not a racist, folks. If he is, he's horrible at it. In fact, the word racist has now become meaningless. It's a typical smear tossed by the Democrats when they have nothing of substance to counter principles and facts, and that's where we live. Oh, and by the way, men can't have periods. Guys, I'm a meat eater. I love eating steak. It's one of my favorite foods. I'm a carnivore, and here in the great state of Texas, I'm somewhat of an expert on steak and barbecue and all those good things. Love my grill. Love to spend my time out there cooking that meat, baby. It's true. Listen, don't you laugh at me, Lisa Page. I can't help it your husband doesn't eat meat. I can't help it he's a vegetarian.
It's so annoying.
I know it's annoying. It is. Got to get that man on some meat. I don't settle for inferior meat. Neither does Kamala. Why am I so thrilled to endorse this partner of ours? Because they keep me fed, people. Omaha Steaks. Right now, you can get a gourmet assortment of bestsellers with an exclusive offer just for my audience. Go to omahasteaks.com. Enter the code Prather, Prather, into the search bar. This week, they're going to add 2 pounds of premium ground beef free with your order and free shipping. Put Prather in the search bar at omahasteaks.com. I like the Butcher's Best Sellers package, which includes the famous bacon wrap filet mignon. There's nothing better than a good, smoky, sweet, bacon, fork, tender filet mignon. Ate it over this past weekend. They're awesome. Omaha Steak's been bringing people together now for over 100 years. So get together with your family, get together with your friends. Enjoy the best steak of your life. Go to omahasteaks.com. Enter Prather in the search bar. Exclusive offers not available anywhere else. And don't forget, when you order today, when you use Prather, I spell it Prather, you're going to get 2 pounds of premium ground beef. Do it. Be right back. Kamala Harris got 2 pounds of Willie Brown's meat. Ground beef. She got some downtown ground Willie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
That visual. Bang.
You know what I'm really thankful for, Chad Prather?
Tell me.
That there's people on this earth like Chelsea Handler to help remind black men when they're black.
I just don't know.
Thank God.
If the black community would know how to function without white celebrities telling them what to do.
Mm-hmm. As a black person.
And also offering up their services, like Chelsea. So
that's so true.
Right?
So true. She is a giver.
She said she'd reconsider giving
to
50 Cent.
Here's an honest assessment. Whenever you have black conservatives, and there are those who want to reach more blacks in the black community and talk about conservative issues and how that would help the black community. Well, liberals' heads explode. They just can't deal with that. How dare you try to reach out to the black community? But then you want to bitch that the black community is not conservative. Like, y'all don't reach out to them. Well, every time we do, you lose your minds. Mm-hmm. And then they don't respond well to the conservative message because they've been preached to by liberals their entire life, and they're not going to listen to the conservative message because you've poisoned the well in that regard. Who in the hell told everybody and made them believe that conservatives are racists, xenophobes, are anti-gay or LGBTQ+, or any of those things? I mean, who in the hell told you we're homophobes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where did that even come from? Like at what point?
Right.
Is this all because of a marriage thing? I want you to get married. I want you to be miserable like all of us. I want you to walk into that divorce court and say, listen, I, William, want to divorce Martin. And the judge say, you can kiss my ass, William and Martin. Y'all fought for this right to be married. Now go home and fight it out and keep your shit together. That's what I want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
I want you miserable like the rest of us. Get married, eat your cake, do your shenanigans.
do your shenanigans.
Gay-nanigans.
Yeah, I love it.
You do all your gay-nanigans and we don't care.
I say it all the time. I don't care. I don't care what anybody does with their lives.
Had someone who said that I was anti-LGBTQ over the weekend on Twitter because I said men don't get their periods.
Well,
Men, not theirs, men don't get periods. And I said, he said, you're running for governor of Texas and you're not for equality. I didn't say anything about equality.
Yep.
I employ people of the LGBTQ community. I mean, I don't treat them like trophies. They're my friends. They get the same equality in my business as anybody else that works with me or for me. So the question remained, can men get periods? Can they? Where are they bleeding from? What's bleeding? Men, if you're bleeding from a genital orifice, go to the doctor.
That's bad. That's bad.
Go to the doctor. Read my. These are not words of hate. I know you want to hear the animosity and the inequality and the bigotry and the misogyny coming through my voice. I'm just telling you, go to the doctor. And I say that with all the love Jesus has in my heart. Okay? Go to the doctor and get your wiener fixed.
Right.
Because you have a leak. You are not getting rid of uterine cells that were unused in the last month after your ovulation. You have a wiener injury, okay? Go get your wiener fixed. This is where we are in the insanity of the 21st century. We have to explain this. I don't care if you identify as a woman and you're a man. That's great. I watched a man that was really a woman come into the restroom with me on Sunday at the barbecue restaurant, and I thought he was going to come up to the little trough, because here in Texas we have the aluminum troughs, and they put the ice in it. I don't know if you girls know this or not.
Oh.
They dump ice in the bottom of the metal trough. You see, these are things that you girls wouldn't know. You know why? Because you're not a man. So you pee in the trough, you melt the ice. Because if there's no running water, the ice melts and it works as a flush.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
That makes sense.
It helps it go down. It cleans the trough. So it's wide open in some of these places. I'm in the barbecue restaurant, Llano, Texas. I'm peeing in a trough. Here comes this fella, quote unquote, and he didn't come to the trough. He had to go into the stall, shimmy them Levi's down, and squat. You know why? Had a vagina. That's why. Had a vagina, Lisa Page.
Had a vagine.
A vagine.
A vagine.
It's hard to stand and pee as a woman. I've tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen folks in Africa just aim it wherever they wanted to go.
Yeah.
They've done it their whole lives. These girls just pull them skirts up.
It's
Don't
fine.
even take the baby off the tit. Just keep on going.
Okay.
Just keep on going. It's amazing. These are amazing women. But they're women nonetheless.
Multitaskers.
Yeah.
They
are givers.
And
if you got fluid coming out of your body in two different places at the same time,
yeah,
lactating and urinating it simultaneously.
That's a superpower.
Really, that's why I say there's no equality among the sexes. Women are far superior to men.
Oh, I like this talking.
Queen. She's your queen to be. Now, in the topic of this conversation, he's your queen to be. Don't care. Look at my eyes when I tell you, I don't care. I don't care. That's between you, your mate, your God, your conscience, yourself, your parents. I don't know who is involved in your life, your kids maybe, but that you do you, boo.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
do you. And I don't know any conservative. Honest to God, I don't know any conservatives out there. Now, we get some morons on here who question, like when we had Ricky Rebel on the show, right? And they're like, that's a woman. It's not a woman.
No.
Not a woman. It's a gay man.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, well, I can't respect this show anymore. You got the gays on here.
Did you get feedback from that?
Yeah. A few. A very fringe few.
Yeah.
Like onesie twosies.
Yeah.
And those people are morons.
I mean,
okay?
Bye.
And they're probably in the closet looking at gay porn themselves. So, anyway, am I saying too much on this episode?
That's great.
I just want to be
honest. That makes
honest.
me sad that somebody even wasted their time, your time, giving that opinion.
I mean,
we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
He probably had to type that on a keyboard where he'd remove the LGBT and the Q and the plus buttons on the thing.
He was using the dictation on iPhone is what he did.
Yeah, I'm that homophobic. I don't type L, G, B, T, or Q. I don't put it anywhere in any words. A question is now a Wessian.
Oh, no, no T.
There's no T in there. It's a Wessian.
No, Wessian.
Wessian.
That's funny.
Great.
I should probably put that on stage. Oh, my gosh.
Mark that. Write it down.
Noted.
Nancy Pelosi. What are y'all going to be for Halloween? Nancy Pelosi? You going to be Nancy Pelosi?
I'm going to try.
I've thought about
need
being
to.
Nancy Pelosi.
I was Hillary
I thought
last
about doing
year.
a whole episode of Nancy Pelosi.
Do not talk like that a whole episode. We cannot.
Don't do it.
Horrible.
Could you
Nobody
imagine?
understands.
No.
You'll lose all the normal people.
No, yeah. Oh. And then you got her when she wears her mask, it's even 30,000 times worse because you can't. She's spitting into her mask.
I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but she wants to be Speaker of the House again.
Well, you know what? The Californians will vote her in again.
Well,
Maybe not.
She'll be a representative again. I mean, I wish they would, but she plans to seek another term as House Speaker if the Democrats control the chamber. She said, absolutely. She said, yes, I am. She told Jake Tapper on State of the Union when asked if she'd run for the post again if the Democratic Party keeps its majority in the chamber. She's 80.
Gosh,
She's
get
80.
it up. Doesn't she just want to not work?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't want to lose the power.
Yeah. In 2007, she was the first woman Speaker of the House. She likes that.
She likes the control.
Anyway, but she insists we have to win the Senate. We have to win the Senate.
We really need the Senate.
Oh, this girl's nuts, man. Oh, she's funny. Real quick, let's go back to Biden. We talked about Biden a lot yesterday. Play that clip number 7, Marcus.
We have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
He just said it. He just said it.
No, he's not okay.
No, he's not okay.
How did they see that? And that is their front runner. He's not okay.
The guy.
Because they know, actually, I'm sure the Democratic Party's like, just keep talking because you'll get elected and Kamala will be in there by Thursday.
Yep. Master plan
6th.
Yeah, and she'll be bending the knee. Wow.
You are fired up.
Wow.
So he put that whole voter fraud organization together.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Probably the largest voter fraud organization in history.
Not without looking down at his notes, though. It's like looking at a senile grandfather. I feel like I'm looking at my grandpa.
Yeah, it is
sad.
Sad.
It's sad.
I don't know, man. I just go back to this whole. You look at stuff like that, and look, I understand. I understand Donald Trump has put his foot in his mouth many, many times, right? But that's just Donald being Donald.
Yeah.
And I get that. People say, well, that's just Joe being Joe. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. Because at the end of the day, Donald Trump, I mean, if you can look through the humor and the tongue-in-cheek and things like that, you see the guy's a pretty smart guy. Mm-hmm. He just likes to clap back, right?
Well, Leslie Stahl on Sunday night for the 60 Minutes, she was awful, and I don't blame him for getting up and walking out. But she was alluding to one of the things he said about, suburban women. Remember? He goes,
yes.
Why don't you suburban moms love me? Anybody knows, everybody who saw that knew he was joking around. And she formed the question and twisted it around to make it sound like it was racist, it was stereotypical, it was, assuming. And he was like, Leslie, it was a joke. And it was a joke. And she just made herself look like an idiot. Yeah. And I loved how he kept calling out all the anchors and the fake news when they were talking about it.
Well, I love the people who, after that interview, were saying, look how dilated his pupils are.
Yeah.
He's on drugs. Look,
Biden's eyes are beady black.
They're black marbles.
They're black
Like
marbles.
looking into his heart.
He has no soul.
The opening of that soundbite, if you watched it, this was his first move.
Yeah, wiping his dentures.
Okay.
He was
Like,
drooling.
that was the first move.
He was drooling. Someone passed him a handkerchief.
Hey, Joe, this is Nancy. You need to use your Polydent. I use your Polydent, and it is fantastic. I never stumble over words. Good morning. Sunday morning.
Good morning, Sunday morning.
It's insanity, man.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
insanity.
Look at him, though. Bless him. Look.
Oh,
He's an
bless him.
old
Look at him. Gotta wipe
Alzheimer's
this
patient.
mouth. I mean, I ain't making. I'm not
Bless
making
him.
fun of anybody
No,
with
not at
dementia or
all.
Alzheimer's.
No,
Alzheimer's
or
that's the
doing
nothing.
thing. They shouldn't be.
But,
people
but
would-
they shouldn't be
No.
there in that position.
We'll all
No.
be doing that.
Right.
We'll all be doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it,
I do it now.
but you shouldn't be the president of the United States.
No.
I drool on my pillow.
Yeah.
And you know what
yeah.
my pillow's covered by? Bowling branch sheets. There it is.
There it is.
I'm telling you, millions of Americans, 3 former U.S. presidents, they all have this one thing in common. They agree that Boll and Branch sheets are the softest, most comfortable, pure organic cotton sheets on earth. I love them. Sleep on them every single night and drool on the pillows. Boll and Branch is made without harmful chemicals, pesticides, or GMOs with sustainable raw materials. They're made in factories that prioritize workers' empowerment and sustainable incomes. 100% of packaging is made from recycled paper and can be recycled and or repurposed. Boll and Branch cotton is rain-fed, pesticide-free, carries the highest organic certification. That's why it's so soft, because they work with family-owned mills all over the world to expertly weave every set of Boll and Branch sheets with the highest level of craftsmanship. It's quality you can feel the moment you open the box. I don't know if you guys realize this or not. You don't have to wash them first. Take them out of the box, put them right on your bed. They're going to sell directly to you. Boll and Branch sheets start at just $160. That's right, $1,000 quality for a fraction of the price. Plus, you can sleep on them for a month risk-free. And right now, I'll get you $50 off any sheet set at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll, B-O-L-L, and branch.com with promo code CHAD. I spell it, Chad. BOLL and branch.com. Promo code Chad for $50 off. Go to bollandbranch.com. Restrictions may apply. See bollandbranch.com for details. Be right back. You know, Hunter Biden just doesn't get enough news.
He certainly doesn't.
Get enough news. If it wasn't for us talking about poor Hunter.
Yeah, for real.
I do feel sorry for the guy.
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for the guy. I think that I think he's been used. I think he was set up as a pawn within the family. I think the guy has an addiction problem. I think he's had to run interference for Joe and the rest of the family for years now. And I feel sorry for the guy. I hope he's still alive. Don't know. Where's Hunter?
That's the thing.
We don't know.
We don't know, yeah.
You know, I told you guys yesterday off air that one scenario, and I keep coming up with these scenarios of how they get Biden out of the way, is if, God forbid, something were to happen to Hunter Biden if Joe was elected. And just in his grief over it, he just had to step down, had to resign, because he's already lost one son.
Yeah.
He lost a wife. He lost a daughter back in 1972. So, you know, out of the grief, he just had to. I hope something like that doesn't happen.
But that doesn't seem like out of the realm of possibilities.
No, of course not. Not at this point. Not especially dealing with somebody with those kinds of addictions.
Do you think that...
Just speculating, folks. Don't hate.
Yeah, no, we're just... Stop the hate mails, please. 5-star rating review, please. Thanks.
Yeah, 5-star reviews.
5 stars would be great. But do you think a major news network or, say, even people would... Do you think after all this settles, the dust settles with this, Hunter Biden's going to do an exclusive with some TV network or a magazine?
Here's what I think. I think, first off, Donald Trump wins huge. Bigly. Huge.
Huge.
If that happens, Hunter Biden comes out with a big expose on Dad. Big expose. And it blows a hole in the Democratic Party so big. Because what this has demonstrated, these emails and these messages, is we start to see how a Nancy Pelosi goes into office and is worth $120 million, right? You start to see a pattern here for these elected officials, how they can do this and get all this money. Hunter Biden goes to China, comes back with $1.5 billion in a deal. He gets a $3.5 million paycheck from a Russian oligarch and, the mayor of Moscow's wife. But it all funnels through the family, So Biden might be the template for how these folks do it. And I mean it on both sides, all of them. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I call them all out. Somebody got mad at me. They said, you lumped Trump in with Epstein. I said, no, I didn't. What I said was Trump and his kids' names are in Epstein's black book. That's a fact. I will tell the truth when it comes to stuff like that. Everybody thinks that I don't, but I do. But speaking of Pelosi and her money and her dentures and her issues when it comes to Hunter Biden, play clip 4, Marcus.
No, I haven't.
Madam Speaker, the serious allegations of corruption involving Joe Biden have
Excuse
been
me,
raised in recent days.
I'm sorry, I'm not answering your questions, okay? We're talking about the coronavirus. That's what I don't have all day for questions. That's what we're taking now. Anybody have a question on the coronavirus negotiations? Yes, sir.
I wondered how confident you were that 13 Republican senators would go over. There's been skepticism from Senate Majority Whip doing about not having enough. And then also, have you had discussions with Mnuchin about convincing Republican senators?
Let me say this. I'm not particularly interested in a bill that has 13 senators.
Speaking of the mic, you
We have
idiot.
to have strong bipartisanship on the legislation.
All
that
right,
we
cut
come
her.
together
Cut her.
on.
I can't with this lady.
She's a fool.
Blah, 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 blah.
And then she steps away from the mic. Let
Yeah.
me just get off the podium.
Yeah, you notice how she freaked out, though.
Yeah.
You mentioned Hunter Biden. I'm not going to answer that question.
Why does she even do press conferences? Because she never answers anything. or
Nobody
she gets
answers
upset.
anything. And the same with Joe Biden. He doesn't answer anything. Let's talk about this man. Talk about what this man is doing. He keeps saying this man because he doesn't remember his freaking name.
Now I'm always going to now watch him and think of Jill going, "Shh, Trump, say Trump.
Trump.
It's Trump who you're
Trump.
running against."
Hey, Joe. Trump.
I mean, at what point, like, if you're Joe Biden's wife, you're Jill, are you saying, all right, this is cruel behavior and this is
No,
not
she's
a wifely
not.
thing?
That's the problem.
She's
She's not.
It's horrible.
She's not doing it, man. Not doing it. I'm so sick of all of it. These people are going to hell.
Yeah, they are. They are. And getting back to all of the corruptness, we all have heard of, D.C. and Washington and all of these Democratic politicians being corrupt, but we have really seen it exposed this year. Like, really bad. You just hear stories, you're like, okay, yeah, it's not happening in my town, so I don't see it. Now that we're seeing all these, the stories, and we're reading all these stories, and we're getting all this intel from, different countries.
Yeah.
On mostly the Democrats. Come on.
Well, there is.
Yeah.
There is. And we can trace a lot of things back to both sides. But since the election, since 2016, oh, my Lord, have mercy. The craziness that we have seen exposed in Washington, D.C. Drop a stick of dynamite in there, man. Let's blow some stuff up. It's crazy. Let's talk about some real important news. Real important news. They come out with a COVID-19 vaccine. Like, this to me is a horror zombie movie in the making. All right. Now, you've said that you'd take the vaccine.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, come on, let me have it.
Give it to me.
So
Give it to me.
they were going to give these Santa Claus performers the early COVID-19 vaccine access. So, all the guys that dress, the real Santa Clauses that show up at the mall. They were going to make sure Santa got the vaccine. And they've decided to scrap that. I could see all of these zombie Santa Clauses, coming alive at the malls and just charging down the street.
Wait, but I thought Christmas was canceled.
This
Why?
is it is in California.
Oh, that's right.
It is in California,
But everywhere
100%. You cannot get together for more than 2 hours with your family.
When you posted that this weekend, I swear to you, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then people from California who are on, Instagram with me were like, no. I thought it was legitimately a fake news, and it's not.
It's real. For those of you who are curious, go check out Gavin Newsom's mandates for how to celebrate Christmas.
And Thanksgiving.
It's like 15 bullet points of all the things you can and can't do. And I'm a big old FU supporter on that one, Gavin. You can kiss my ass, dude. I mean, this is so stupid. So stupid. Just like having rolling blackouts in California in order to stop wildfires.
Right.
They're afraid they don't want, and electricity might start a fire. Listen, if you are living in such a tinderbox that you got to turn the lights off out of fear of starting a fire, it's time to freaking move, man. It's time to go somewhere else. California's a shit show.
I've heard from so many people that are packing up and going. 2 people messaged me this weekend, sight unseen, only through Skype. They're leaving California and they're coming to Texas. And they only, just because of a Zoom call or whatever, they don't even care.
You know what I'd do, man? I would pack my stuff up, put it in a moving truck, turn the gas on, and leave.
Bye, yeah. Smoke Newsom.
Boom!
Yeah.
Have it, Gavin. Have it, Gavin. God.
Never Newsom. That should be the next rally.
I just see California turning red here, but if not this election, one soon, because it's a shit show. And I also see these Santa Clauses flipping red too, and just running down the streets trying to eat all of us with their bags, over their
knocking everybody out with their bags of fake
Who's
presents.
been naughty? After getting this COVID virus vaccine. I see it happening, man. Oh, my gosh. You know what I love? You know what'll keep you healthy and not turn you into a zombie? Built Bar. Let's talk about Built Bar. I love them.
Oh, well, we can talk all day about Built Bar.
You love you some Built Bar.
Yeah.
On your Lisa Page made me do it. Loves some Built Bar. I see you promoting them on Instagram. I promote them. Here's a couple of them right here. Listen, they're tasty. They're good. A protein bar. Tastes like a candy bar. They got 18 flavors. They're all incredible flavors. They're all covered in chocolate.
And high protein.
High protein. You got the nut flavors. You got the nut-free flavors. They're 100% chocolate, soft, easy to chew. They're covered in 100% chocolate, I should say. Several different flavors. 18 to be exact.
Did you say they're covered in chocolate?
They are covered in chocolate, the way I like most things I put in my mouth. Soft and easy to chew. Built Bars are healthy.
They are.
Great for the health-conscious person. Lose or maintain weight while indulging in a delicious treat. They're low-calorie, low-sugar, high-protein, high-fiber. Go to BuiltBar.com. Built, B-U-I-L-T, bar.com. Use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, and get 20% off your first order. Use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, for 20% off of BuiltBar.com. It's good. It's delicious. Lisa Page made me do it. Be right back. Do you realize? Shut up, Lisa.
I gotta tell you something. Someone just posted BLM, Biden's laptop matters.
Yeah, exactly. Biden laptop matters. North Korea still has not had a single confirmed case
I just read that.
of COVID-19.
What are they doing?
They're worried about it, though. They could have an outbreak because there's this seasonal yellow dust blowing in from China. And the officials are telling citizens to avoid the dust by staying indoors. Sounds like California.
Yeah.
And to wear face masks if they must go outside. Their claims that the dust could carry the coronavirus haven't been unsubstantiated. So maybe it does. As the new coronavirus infections continue to spread around the world, the need to deal with the yellow dust and take thorough measures has become more critical, according to Thursday's edition of Rodong Simnon, North Korea's official party newspaper. The dust is coming from the Gobi Desert, roughly 1,200 miles from North Korea. The desert, which covers huge swaths of the northern China and southern Mongolia, is one of the world's most abundant sources of dust, according to NASA. Health experts question whether North Korea really hasn't had a confirmed COVID-19 case. Really? But officials have locked down the country and imposed quarantine measures to avoid outbreaks nonetheless. So, that's the thing about being around the Gobi Desert or the Sahara Desert or any desert like that is it blows dust.
In sand?
They're like, oh, we fight you back with your yellow dust. And I will not let the pun go without noting it's yellow dust.
I love that. That's a key detail in the story.
It's a key. Yeah.
Yellow dust.
It's Asian yellow dust. just when you thought the murder hornets.
They said the murder hornets are coming back.
Yeah, man.
I heard that.
I swear I saw one the other day.
Those murder hornets, they really got they were in the news for a week, and that was it. The short end of the stick in that story. Everybody was all about the murder hornets for 3 days, and then COVID came, and that was it. No more murder hornets.
Funny to me. Did you see the sign? I saw the sign, Don Jr., somebody that said Don Jr. 2024.
Yeah.
Junior posted on Instagram, and he said, let's get through the 2020 with a big win first. And I've always said Don Jr. Trump even said Don Jr. wouldn't have a chance.
He says it here.
He said he would never have a chance as a Republican candidate. In fact, it's right here. He told Fox Business, he said he couldn't win as a Republican. He wouldn't even have a chance. He's Don Jr. is sort of a loose cannon. He's our loose cannon. We enjoy him.
Yeah.
But a presidential candidate, not so sure about that.
Yeah, he's a little much. He's a
lot.
little. Some would say he's a little over the top.
He's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lot. And then people say, well, Ivanka could run. And then, of course, Trump says about Ivanka, she just kind of floats through the world.
Yeah, and Stu said she's a Democrat anyway.
Yeah. She's well, I mean, technically so is Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he just happens to have an R by his name.
I wouldn't be surprised if in 2024 Ivanka ran.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Right? Or Pence. Pence really set himself up for a nice little run in 2024 a couple weeks ago at that debate.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
That was an impressive debate.
Now, what if they were like, let's just switch it up? How about we just have Pence be the president for the next 4 years and reverse the roles? And I'm like, I'd be fine with that too. I like Pence.
And Pence has had some high energy here in these last few weeks.
He really has.
You've seen him pretty strong speeches. You've seen him running off of Air Force Two and to get to the podium to speak. And I mean, I'm like, okay, I like this.
I do.
I like this new race banning, Mike Pence from what's the show? What's the show? The cartoon, Race Bannon. Isn't it the little cartoon Mike Pence? What is it? Oh, come on.
We don't know, Chad.
I'll think of it.
You're still drinking.
Now, everybody that's watching this knows. I wish I was drinking. Oh, I need some of that Bonner private wines from up there on the Party Fouls pub shelf. People are probably going, where's Hot News Natalie? Why aren't y'all talking to her? She left.
She had things to do, more important things.
She had to go.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I run a show full of desperate housewives.
Desperate I am.
That's right. We've got the 40 to 55 desperate housewife demographic nailed down here on the Chad Prather Show. Delta doesn't, though. They put 460 passengers on a no-fly list for refusing to wear the Gestapo masks. Delta.
I can't.
They put them on a no-fly list. They say wearing a mask is among the simplest and most effective actions we can take to reduce transmission. Prove it.
I think those of us who have proven antibodies shouldn't have to wear a mask ever.
Prove it.
I'm surprised this is Delta. I keep hearing horror stories from American Airlines.
Well, let me tell you, these flight attendants, and this coming from a guy who flies every single week.
Yeah.
These flight attendants have gotten out of control.
With just the
unless
being
you're
in
flying
control.
in first class.
Right.
So I hear war stories from the back of the plane.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
If you're flying first class, you know what? They'll let you spit on them.
Yeah.
They're like, come on.
You don't need a mask.
It's a party in 3A. Guarantee you. No, it gets kind of sketchy in the back. They hand you a Biscoff cookie and a little bottle of water and a sanitizer nap.
And that's it.
In a bag. And that's it. And you got to walk on the plane. And let me tell you, I've always sanitized, for the most part, everything around me on the plane.
Me too.
Before all this. You're breathing recirculated air out of a vent that 17 people have touched that day alone.
Yeah.
So I wipe the thing down and all that because I'm a big boy. I need my air blowing on me.
Yeah.
Wipe down all the stuff you're going to touch.
Even when I'm sitting in the seat at the air, like when I'm on the plane, I have to wear a hoodie and I have to put my hoodie up so my head isn't touching the back of the seat.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's why the back of my head stays broken out in pimples. El Paso County issues COVID-19 curfew as hospitals reach capacity. That's right. El Paso County, Texas. Texas is a nightmare.
I can't believe this is happening in Texas. Abbott.
Crisis stage is what they're calling it. In a new COVID-19 surge of infections, say they have hospitals and ICUs at full capacity and forced officials to request additional morgue space. So they're going to do a 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew. Applies to everyone unless the person is going to work for an essential service. Violations are punishable by a $500 fine. The purpose of the curfew is to limit mobility in the community. Currently, our hospitals are stretched to capacity. I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but and best wishes to anybody dealing with this, right? I had someone that I know, not a family member, but someone close to a family member who passed away on Friday from coronavirus complications, but that's not what they died from.
Mm-hmm.
Because coronavirus exacerbates what you already have,
right?
Whatever's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
It exacerbates that, makes it worse. So it is a serious thing. But hospitals are always at capacity.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they operate. That's how they make money. They stay at 95% at least. So I don't know what's going on. There is a surge because there's more testing. But I'm telling you, people get mad at me for saying this, but it also affects Hispanics differently. And it's El Paso. So we're praying for you, El Paso.
We love you, El Paso.
We love you, El Paso.
We do.
Beautiful city.
Get through it. You can
It's a
do
beautiful
it.
city. It's fabulous. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I'm pretty much an
The
expert of
people
El
are
Paso.
great. They're great.
I'm an expert of El Paso. I am the expert of El Paso. People are fat. It's beautiful people. They're ravishing, beautiful people.
Love them. Beautiful.
But no, be careful down there. It is a serious deal. It's a serious thing, and it can affect different people differently. So we certainly don't make a light of that. But got a curfew.
Yeah.
That ought to handle it. That ought to fix it. Just like putting Black Lives Matter on a basketball court ought to get rid of racism.
Exactly. And on the players' helmets and everything else.
That's right. We'll be right back. And can I just say, Amy Coney Barrett did a phenomenal job in going through that process that she went through to get for the confirmation hearings and the subsequent vote and all those things. She's a solid person. She's a solid person. Wish her nothing but the best in all things. And I wish myself the best as I head to Greenville, South Carolina.
I'd like to thank everybody for following me. And
First, I want to thank everybody for making me special. Fame is a bitch. I'll take some more of it. Because the average human can't handle it. If you would please send some riches along with it, that would be great. Greenville, South Carolina, we're going to be there Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Get your tickets at watchchad.com. And, of course, follow Lisa Page at Lisa Page Made Me Do It. Get her podcast. Check out all of our podcasts. Go to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. Say, what's up, bruh? Love the show. 5
Chad
stars.
made me do it.
Love the show. 5 stars. That's all you got to do. And, of course, congratulations to Candice, our queen. And she's your queen to be.
I'm going to go home listening to
Mark,
this song in my head.
The puppet master who is going to have to relinquish control as both the puppet master and the perfectionist once he and Candace are married, because she is going to swivel that head. He might be the puppet master, but she's got the marionette on the strings, Jack. We know how this goes. It's fun to say not boyfriend or girlfriend, but my fiancé. My fiancé.
Fiancé.
My fiancé. My financee. Good luck, kids. Boy, I just love it. Go to watchchad.com. Subscribe to blazetv.com/Chad. Love y'all. God bless. Talk to you next time. Bye.